Ladies, young ladies and gentlemen, good evening to all. Once again, you are welcome here on your platform, the much-loved tribune of the watchful, of the conscious. So, in the international news headlines, we go directly to the Democratic Republic of the Congo. The Democratic Republic of the Congo, which for some time now has experienced a resurgence of violence due to the actions of rebels supported by Rwandan soldiers, the DRC, which has seen many of its main eastern cities fall into the hands of rebels, notably Bukavu, Goma. So the south is at stake, the north is at stake. Today, the lines are shifting. Even if the way the lines are shifting is not desirable as such, the most important thing is the return of peace to this territory of the African land of Congo. So, as if by miracle, as if by magic, we are witnessing the beginning of negotiations for peace talks, which will take place between the stakeholders, but more specifically between the members of the Tshisekedi government and the members of the M23 rebellion led by Konen Danga. So, what needs to be said already is that we know Angola has decided to lead a mediation. Regarding this mediation by Angola, initially the government forces were reluctant. Since we have seen Felix Tshisekedi, who had said for a very long time, he had said that he will never speak to the rebels. But this time the situation is changing. We are witnessing something different. So, the talks will start on March 18, 2025. And so, dear ladies, gentlemen, dear young ladies, in the context of this video conference, this is of course what we are going to talk about. And so, thank you. Before continuing, thank you for sharing this video conference as much as possible. Share it in all possible groups and please subscribe. For all those who are not subscribed, please subscribe. Let's dive into the depths. So what's happening? What is the information regarding these talks that are supposed to start on March 18th? First of all, what needs to be said is that the negotiations are scheduled for March 18th with the M23 under the mediation of Angola. President Tshisekedi will put forward, without any condition, the supreme interests of the Congolese nation. Yes, and that is the wish of the Congolese people. The government of the DRC has announced that it will participate in peace talks with the M23 rebels. FC, M23. So, the government says that at this stage we cannot say who will be part of the delegation, who will participate in the talks. So, the statement was made by Tina Salaman, who is the government spokesperson for the month of the Congolese presidency. And she is quoted by Reuters. So, on the other side, what needs to be understood already is that, and President Tshisekedi, who did not want to talk with the rebels at all, has now finally agreed to talk with the rebels, and he is obliged to negotiate with them. So, we know that the rebels are only a few thousand. They are not many. While the regular Congolese army numbers 135,000 men, 135,000 soldiers. So, many do not understand why Congo has lowered itself to this level where the government is forced to negotiate with the rebels. What will the negotiation be about? The most important thing is the advent of peace. We want peace on the African territory of the Democratic Republic of Congo. What will the negotiation be about? And Rwanda is a party to the conflict, even if Rwanda spends all its time denying it. But normally, Rwanda should be at the negotiation table. Let Rwanda tell Congo and the whole world what it accuses. What does it accuse Rwanda of? Why don't they want to leave the DRC alone? So, we ask ourselves whether the issue is resolved between the AFC and 23. and the Congolese government, thus A3, under the mediation of Angola. If it's settled like that, will the problem be definitively resolved? Tshisekedi had said. He says, I don't want to talk to intermediaries, I want to talk to their master. Because when I talk to them, the M23 rebels, they will report back to their master. They will report back to their master. So, instead of wasting time with the representatives, one must speak directly to the master. Who is the master? It's Rwanda. But Rwanda continues to deny, quite evidently, its involvement in this conflict. This is what makes the task difficult. And very difficult indeed. So, the talks on March 18, 2025, will these talks be able to deliver the expected results, the anticipated outcomes? That is the question. That is the question. Yes, that's the big question. So then, in any case, the announcement has been made. The Congolese government finally agrees. So, according to official information, Kinshasa confirms its participation in the talks with the M23 AFC. The Democratic Republic of the Congo, DRC, has announced its participation in the peace talks with the rebels. So here is the information. And so we will continue to observe. We were saying, obviously, as Tshisekedi has started wanting to involve the American army, that this could still help the DRC to hold its head high, since the agreement that will be reached between the DRC and the rebels. But that agreement, we don't even know what will be proposed. Because behind the scenes, we learn that the rebels are proposing Tshisekedi's resignation. They want him to step away from power. In this case, we are facing what kind of negotiations? There are no negotiations at this level. So we will see what Angola will be able to do regarding this negotiation and what it will result in. Anyway, we will continue to follow. And everything that will result from this meeting on March 18, 2025. We will come back here to discuss on the Tribune of Consciousness Watch. And I therefore ask you to share this video conference as much as possible. Share it in all groups, whether on Facebook, Telegram, Messenger, share it. And don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe and invite your friends to subscribe. And so, dear ladies and gentlemen, this was the headline of international news. Thank you for sharing it as much as possible. I will be back shortly with more news. This was the voice of your one and only Samurai.